Hey everyone, how's it going? Today I wanted to react to the dark side of DaFuq Boom Exposed by DaFuq Liar. Now, if we check over here, you can see the amount of dislikes compared to likes. So obviously, this is going to be talking against DaFuq, and they're apparently revealing some stuff. So let's see what
Massively
stuff
discuss
they
the attack of
reveal.
strikes on the author of the channel DaFuq Boom. Fans of the all-famous Skibidi Toilet series have already launched a mass strike, directing
Yep,
a
we
wave of
have.
hatred at other Skibidi Toilet writers. But was it justified? And why was there an attack
Yes.
with strikes on the DaFuq channel? Here, let's break.
Well, so the strikes on DaFuq, I personally don't think are justified, but the fight back against these people doing this thing to DaFuq, I think that's justified.
It all down in order. Hi everyone, in this video we want to tell you about the unfair and unlawful treatment of YouTube platform members by DaFuq Boom channel and how this person breaks people's lives. Absolutely unsuspecting, many authors on YouTube started making fan videos about Skibidi toilets, thus popularizing this topic more and more. At one point, without breaking any YouTube rules, a large number of authors, one after another, began to receive strikes from DaFuq Boom and demands that.
Is that true? Because I've heard from um, Cozy that DaFuq is actually very happy we have other creators making careers and stuff out of Skibidi Toilet. So does that translate? But everyone who does fan animations and farms on a sequel pays 20%, and that's considering all the rules. Of course, when they get it from AdSense, not immediately. For the sake of security and anonymity, we do not show the full correspondence.
From now on, you will have to pay me percent of your income. Due to this action by DaFuq Boom, channels that have received 3 strikes cannot post videos for 10 business days until YouTube removes the strikes after the appeal.
Also, one of the creators he shows here is Dom Studio. Dom Studio has created an amazing Skibidi alternative. You should definitely check him out. And he's actually said himself, he's spoken to DaFuq, and DaFuq seems like a really nice guy. He's happy for this stuff to be created in the Skibidi universe.
Appeal is sent. This leads to most authors losing all or part of their profits and suffering morally. I will now explain to you why all these accusations are baseless and how DaFuq Boom himself started this war. What if I told you that absolutely all the characters DaFuq Boom uses are the property of Valve? Absolutely all of his characters are made from models taken from the publicly available Steam Workshop.
Yes, but like he's just said, it's publicly available. Anyone can use those assets freely without any issues.
As well as from Half-Life 2, which is also the property of Valve. This means that DaFuq Boom cannot patent his characters because all these characters are already the property of Valve. Absolutely anyone has.
I, I haven't seen DaFuq try to patent any of these assets. I don't think he's tried to fight anyone who's using these assets.
The right to take all these models and make content from them in good faith. I want to make it clear that our team does not violate YouTube policy in any way, and all the characters in our videos were taken from Steam Workshop or created by ourselves in specialized 3D programs. On behalf of many authors, I want to tell you the other side of the whole situation. First of all,
Like again, he's showing Dom Studio going down his line. Dom Studio has said himself, DaFuq is a nice guy. Seems like a nice guy. He's not had any of these issues.
we are not the same group of people who publish TV Woman NSFW content. We are against such content. All we do is create the same content with fair use of copyrights, as the author DaFuq Boom declares. Also, DaFuq Boom in this post started talking about the connection between our actions and our regional origin, where there is no connection. Many of us are not from the CIS at all. He says that we are all discussing how to capitalize on the situation, but this is fundamentally wrong. All we want to do is work in peace. Many of us have families to feed, and we just create, yes, not the most educational, but non-infringing content, especially the author DaFuq Boom. This situation has been going on for several months now, and until today, it was hidden from everyone. DaFuq Boom has been demanding a percentage of our income for all these months, even though he had no right to do so. He threatened strikes if we paid, and in some cases, even when authors agreed to his terms, he still staged a strike on the channel.
This guy's saying this stuff, but he's not actually shown any proof from other people. He's shown a conversation that he translated, but he hasn't actually shown any proof that DaFuq has made claims. DaFuq otherwise has shown his receipts. He's shown that people are striking him. This guy and any other creators who are apparently suffering from DaFuq's strikes, they haven't actually shown any evidence, which is interesting.
Strikes destroy channel statistics both in terms of views and revenue. DaFuq Boom has created revenue losses for dozens of channels, including even channels with millions of viewers.
Again, showing Dom Studio. Dom Studio has posted in Cozy's channel saying he hasn't had any issues.
DaFuq Boom even threw a strike to a channel like GameTunes. They have 10 million subscribers and have been building their channel for years. They published a post in the community about how DaFuq Boom treated them in private chat, didn't make contact, and eventually acted treacherously. But now you can see a modified version of that post, because there was nothing left for them to do but agree to a percentage of their income. All authors did not know what to do in such a situation because when they contacted YouTube support about this situation, YouTube did not help. We are trying to negotiate with DaFuq Boom to solve everything peacefully and without interest, so that each author continues to work in peace. But DaFuq Boom chooses to write such complaining posts on Twitter and on his Discord, Telegram channels, as well as in exposés on YouTube. We're sorry that all authors have faced such an uncomprehending person who sees us as a mafia, calling us all kinds of names, but it's...
Okay, and just to show GameTunes, so they've created a post here to say, update, we have reached an agreement with DaFuq Boom and have worked with YouTube to reinstate our videos which were previously removed. We are glad to have resolved the issue and are looking forward to moving on from this whole situation. This was a month ago. This stuff is still happening now. This is stuff that DaFuq is going through is recent. But nowhere has he posted before saying that there's been an issue. Nothing on here to say there's been an issue at all. And there's no proof. So it just seems like a baseless claim.
It's not true. We only want peace.
And then again, we have channels like Elite Cameraman, Elite Camera Woman, Data Bio, ISO Toilet. All these Skibbity Toilet channels are monetizing like perfectly fine. And they don't seem to have any issues with DaFuq and these issues that these guys are claiming.
In one of his Discord posts, DaFuq Boom committed a very serious offense by violating YouTube's harassment and cyberbullying policy. He publicly stated the personal physical details as well as the email of one of the authors of a fan video on Skibbity Toilet. This act would later lead to death threats, hacking attempts from hundreds of DaFuq Boom fans. If any of the higher YouTube administration is watching this video, I ask for immediate attention to this situation. Each of you is probably wondering if all these strikes were wrongful, so why did YouTube accept them? All because the strikes are considered automatically with the help of a trained neural network, which is able to recognize copyright violations, but as it turned out, this system...
Yeah, it doesn't... Their AI is very broken. The people have had false claims for years and years, and people have been shouting and screaming at YouTube about it, but YouTube will not make any changes.
works as incorrectly as possible, which is proved by the fact that several videos from DaFuq Boom channel were also removed, as well as videos of other authors who, in the same way, received strikes from DaFuq Boom without violating any rules of fair use YouTube. Using all these holes in the system, DaFuq Boom started blocking fan videos en masse, justifying it by claiming that the authors were using characters belonging to him in their videos. He began blackmailing authors and gave them an ultimatum: either you pay me 30% of your income from the use of my characters.
Well, I mean, it says 20% there, but that's not really proof. That could be Photoshop, that could be anything. Someone could have made up that like name on
makes
Telegram.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it is not enough for him. This person is very greedy. DaFuq Boom makes income from the use of my characters, or I will.
I was talking over the thing, so I just thought I'd go back.
DaFuq Boom makes hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it is not enough for him. This person is very greedy and behaves violently, attacking channels that do not have such a huge income. We have screenshots from the correspondence with DaFuq Boom.
Okay, so it says 30% here. Yeah, I think 30% of all income from both channels would be fine, but it'll have to be paid soon to prove solvency. From all income will not get bro. It's not like I made a bunch of millions there. I actually don't have much money left now, as there are major family expenses. Like, I didn't know there was going to be a theme. First of all, send the analyte with analytics, that's probably going to say, with screenshots. Let's see there. Each month separately. Okay.
In which he asked to discount the analytics of the channel to find out how much money should be transferred to him. This is the ultimate extortion, isn't it? A huge number of channels, both small and large, have suffered at his hands. For example, as I said before, recently large channels such as GameTunes, 10 million subscribers, and Dom Studio, 4.5 million subscribers, have suffered. DaFuq Boom sent...
Okay, again, Dom Studio are one of the channels that have said they haven't had any problems.
Have suffered. DaFuq Boom sent them angry, threatening, and manipulative messages, forcing them to pay 30% of their profits. We have reliable information that these channels actually pay a monthly percentage to DaFuq Boom, under the fear that he will do something to their channels or worse, to the authors themselves. DaFuq Boom's behavior crosses all boundaries of behavior and rules of the YouTube platform. No one wants to pay him interest. And
okay, and I just want to share the comment from Dom Studio on Just Cozy's channel. And he says here, I honestly don't want to explain details and stuff like this, but it's kind of awkward to not just say anything while someone says something wrong about you with confidence. So they are actually making false claims and allegations that Dom Studio have said this information. And he says here, I mean, of course, without any proof, no one can be sure about other channels, but I can tell you with absolute honesty that we are having a friendly and professional relationship with Boom. And as someone who's been speaking to him, I personally believe he's such a nice guy. So where is he getting this information from? Like, where is this coming from?
And be extorted. It seems that DaFuq Boom thinks he is a mafioso and thinks he can remain untouched after threatening to strike his competitors and ruining people's lives. I want to separately touch on one Telegram channel.
In general, my conditions are as follows. If Alexi or his fans want me to stop throwing strikes, pay. Earlier, I announced a cost, 1.5 million rubles? Now the fixed price is $15,000. Alexi can pay by making a single payment, or fans can pay by collecting the necessary amount. Payment is exclusively in USDT TRC20. Okay, so this seems like it's not him. Maybe it is. I give you until the 11th of the 11th, 2023. If the necessary amount will not be, the consequences will be irreversible. After 11/11/23, there will be nothing, no change, no money will not help.
that extorts money from DaFuq Boom and his fans on our behalf. I want to say that we have nothing to do with this Telegram channel. Many already think that this is the same Telegram channel of the so-called mafia, as we are now called. I want to once again explain our goals. Our main goal is to achieve justice in relation to other authors on Skibidi Toilet who make bona fide content without vulgarity and vilification. Our goal has never been to extort money from DaFuq Boom and his fans. You should realize that because of the current situation on the internet, there are a lot of fake sources that speak on our behalf. I hope we've cleared that up. I would also like to mention about such channel as Elite Cameraman, who also suffered from DaFuq Boom. We have proof of this in the form of a screenshot of his post in the YouTube community, which was eventually deleted also because Elite Cameraman started paying interest to DaFuq Boom under threats of further strikes on his videos.
But if that, I'm pretty sure if that happened, Elite Cameraman would have spoken up. I don't think he'd be too scared to not release any information about it.
I want you to know that this is not an isolated incident, and there are dozens of channels that pay DaFuq Boom interest. The Elite Cameraman had no choice but to follow DaFuq Boom's instructions and take his side in this war. Elite Cameraman wrote in his post that DaFuq Boom withdrew all strikes due to fan support for Elite Cameraman. But all this was done only to avoid arousing suspicion from the fans and to leave DaFuq Boom as a white crow in this situation. I think that now our position on DaFuq Boom is clear to you
and also, I'm sorry, but I did not see this post. Maybe he did post that. Maybe this is Photoshop. Like, it's hard to tell.
Suspicion from the fans and to leave DaFuq Boom as a white crow.
But things like this are also so easy to like Photoshop and manipulate.
This situation. I think that now our position on DaFuq Boom is clear to you, and now we can tell you how we intend to solve this problem. We began to write a huge number of messages to the administration of YouTube, telling in maximum detail about how DaFuq Boom behaves, attaching a bunch of screenshots and evidence confirming the fact of extortion and violation of the rules of the platform on the part of DaFuq Boom. Unfortunately, YouTube administration did not help us in solving this issue, and therefore many authors from our team decided to resort to radical measures, and specifically, we decided to act like DaFuq Boom. We used his own weapons against him. We are not a gang or scammers, as DaFuq Boom calls us from now on. We do not extort money from DaFuq Boom. We do not ask him to pay us 30% of his income. We are adequate adults who have suffered at his hands. As a result, without getting any help from YouTube administration, we lost a huge amount of money, effort, and nerves. We tried to negotiate with DaFuq Boom, but he sincerely believes that he is right. In response to calls for peace, he starts to be rude, bullying, and eventually throws someone authors in the blacklist. He thinks he is the king of YouTube, and we had to knock his crown off by proving it in practice. DaFuq Boom, we are sure you will watch this video. Our demands remain the same. You must stop breaking the rules of the platform and stop sending strikes to those who don't deserve it. Stop extorting % of revenue from authors. Otherwise, you now know what's in store for you. We are confident that we can defend the truth in this situation. We will go all the way until justice is served. Everything has a downside. We hope that many fans will draw conclusions from who DaFuq Boom really is.
Okay, I mean, yeah, this is very strong accusations. They haven't actually given us any evidence. They're kind of making lies about what other creators have said. So honestly, we can't believe them until they've given evidence and proof that DaFuq is actually doing this stuff. And rather than saying, oh, this creator said this when it's been shown they haven't, then, you know, they need to have, I don't know, stronger arguments. It just feels like they're being trolls or they're jealous of DaFuq's content and the sort of community that he's built up. But I think it obviously shows that it's made a lot of people very angry and upset. Not many people agree with him. As you can see, 692 likes, 4.8 thousand dislikes. So, including mine. So yeah, there's nothing there. It's all baseless claims. I personally still think they're all trolling, and they've created this war for like no actual reason. But yeah, hopefully, Elite Cameraman did post a day ago that the strikes for the DaFuq boom have been cleared. YouTube decided they were groundless and removed all of them, which is great news for DaFuq, and it means he can carry on creating content and we can carry on reacting and enjoying his content and the multiverses of of that content as well. So yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions on this video. It makes me angry that someone would want to do this to someone who has changed a lot of people's lives. He's made a lot of people like happy. I personally didn't think I would enjoy this content because it was just kind of like mindless meme stuff. But then when it turned into this story, it was just like, oh wow, this is really cool. He's got a great mind. Hopefully he can continue on without any more interruptions. Obviously they will keep trying, but if they keep giving out false strikes, then I think YouTube will have to ban them or just stop them from being able to make any claims. So yeah, that's my thoughts and opinions. What are your thoughts and opinions? Let me down in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the like button, and subscribe if you want to watch more. You are my heroes, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.